Let's talk about something a lot of people experience. That feeling when you just feel off and you can't truly or fully explain it. And nothing is necessarily wrong, but something just doesn't feel right. Your energy feels off, your confidence feels off. You don't feel like yourself. You don't quite feel like yourself. If you've been there or you're there right now, this episode is for you because that feeling doesn't come out of nowhere. There's a reason for it. And once you understand it, you can shift it. Welcome back to With Karen D, the podcast, the place where we get real about one truth. Good things do not come to those who wait. Good things come to those who go out and get it. Now, let me tell you what I see all the time, whether I'm working with a mompreneur or a CEO or COO or CSO. People say, Karen, I feel off. But when we actually go a little bit deeper and we unpack how they feel, there's two things happening. The first one that I see with clients and that I've seen with myself as well is one, you're living in comparison mode. You're watching other people and what other people are doing, how they're showing up, what they've accomplished, where they vacation, what they're driving, the numbers that they're putting online, what they're wearing, how they look. And without even realizing, you start measuring yourself against it, against them, against what they have. She's doing more than me. We're the same age. We're in high school together. He seems so further ahead. They seem so confident. And now your focus is no longer on your path, it's on their path. And the moment you shift into comparison, you literally disconnect from yourself. Because now you're not asking what's right for me. You're truly asking this: how do I measure up? And that will always make you feel like you're off. Number two, you've stopped trusting yourself. And this one is huge. You know what's right for you. You do. But what's happening right now is you started to second guess it. You overthink. You question every single one of your decisions when you never used to. You wait for this outward validation, this cheerleading squad. And so instead of taking small steps forward, you pause and instead of trusting your gut and instead of just trusting yourself, you doubt yourself. And that, my friend, it literally creates this internal like fight against yourself, this internal tension. Because one part of you knows exactly what to do because you've done it before. And the other part is holding you back. See that? That's disconnect. That is the feeling. That's the off feeling that a lot of people talk about. And I want you to know that it is normal. And I want to talk about what's really happening and how you can shift out of it. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many cars you drive, where you live. You're human if you've experienced it. But here's the thing: you don't want to stay there because when you stay there, life will literally pass you by because you're sitting and observing everyone else around you instead of truly focusing on what you want and trusting yourself so you can actually take those steps that move you forwards and get you to that goal, whatever that goal is for you. Now, when you're in comparison mode and not trusting yourself, you start to abandon yourself, and it sucks. You don't say what you want to say in certain situations because you don't trust yourself. You don't do what you want to do because now you're guessing, okay, is it close to what they're doing? And a lot of this questioning is done on a subconscious level because you've been comparing yourself to others for far too long. You don't move when you feel the nudge. And over time, you stop feeling like yourself because you're not acting like yourself, my friend. Let that land for a second. You stop feeling like yourself, because you're not acting like yourself. You're acting like this little predator or this little intruder, this person who's peeping at everyone else's lives. And that's what you're living for. You wake up in the morning and you grab your phone and you are either doom scrolling or you're jumping on a couple of people's social media feeds to see what they're doing. And after a while, you realize that you've been on your phone, you've been on some type of platform for hours. And during those hours, have you not once asked yourself, what do I want? Got it? Now, when you don't feel like yourself, it's because you're not choosing yourself. So let's go straight into how to get back to feeling like yourself, because it's not hard, but it takes intentional work. All right. We're going to bring it right back, bring you right back, because this is totally fixable. And you do not need a full life reset, my friend. You do not need a hiatus from work. You do not need to go on a vacation to find yourself. Listen, sorry. I advocate for all vacations, let me tell you that. But what I'm saying is, I want you to let go of the language, certain language that you use with yourself. You do not need to find yourself. Karen D, I'm the person who's saying this to you, because you are not lost. You are not lost. You've literally been coated with all these what ifs and the comparisonitis of other people that you think that you're lost. You only need a few intentional shifts to feel like yourself again. So first, I want you to watch a language that you use with yourself. That's the first place I want you to start, because most people don't even realize how they're setting themselves up. You wake up and you say, today's going to suck. I'm tired. Today's going to be a lot. Oh God, I'm not ready for this day. And all your brain hears is struggle, struggle, struggle. Your brain hears it as, we need to prepare for a struggle. So of course you feel off. You told yourself that. And that's exactly what you need to clean up. And I don't want you to lean into any type of fake positivity, any fake rah-rah. I simply want you to be intentional with the language that you use. So instead of saying, holy crap, today's going to be another sucky day, say, you know what? Let me see what today will bring. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen today. I don't want you to go into the extreme, but I do want you to be intentional with what you tell yourself, because whatever you tell yourself, you are listening all the time. You confirm what your mind should look out for when you say, oh my goodness, it's going to be another crappy day. That's why as you walk through your day, all you can see, the lens that you see is a crap lens, right? You're going to be able to pinpoint all the crappy things that are going on and happening around you. When you choose language that supports you, once again, not extreme, just realistic, because then you're not lying to yourself. You're choosing the language that supports you instead of setting you up for failure, because your words don't just describe your day. They shape who you are as you walk through every single daily interactions. Let me give you a concrete example. I was working with a CSO, a chief sales officer, and he came to me and he's like, Karen, I can't just shake this feeling of it not being me. Like, I can't feel like myself. I can't grasp it. Listen, I show up at work, but I feel like I'm going through these motions. And we started with, what's a conversation that you have with yourself about yourself? I'm going to say that again. What is the conversation you continually have with yourself about yourself in your own mind? And he says, usually my mornings are crappy. That's why I gave you the example about like crap lens. He said, my mornings are usually crappy. And then I said to him, when you leave your condo, what does it look like and feel like? He's like, to be honest. And I'm like, yeah, I totally want you to be honest. What happens when you leave your unit, when you walk into the elevator, when you press the buttons? And what he said to me was this: I notice everything that's wrong. I notice if the carpet's wet. I notice if there's a smudge where the numbers are in the elevator where it should be shiny. I notice, the underground parking where my cars are parked. I notice, and I'm like, yeah, you notice everything that's crappy. And he's like, you know what? He paused and he said, you're absolutely correct. And when we started to clean up his language, and it didn't have to move to this extreme of, I'm going to have a super day. He simply started to say, my today is going to be better than yesterday. Do you see that word better? Now, all of a sudden, that crap lens that he had going on shifted to a better lens. So now, as he walked down the hallway, as he took the elevator, as he was in the underground parking, he saw improvements. Your language shifts how you show up. So clean it up. Another one is this. I want you to go back to making decisions without asking anyone. This is where you rebuild trust with yourself. Because right now, my friend, you are outsourcing your decisions. You're asking whether, directly or indirectly, what do you think? Who's you? Should I do this? Who are you asking that to and why? Does this make sense? Why do you care if it's for you? And every time you do that, you weaken your self-trust just a little bit more at a time. So today I want you to do something simple. I want you to make one decision and don't ask anyone. Not a big decision, just one decision. So I want you to buy that thing you've been looking at, but you don't know if it'll look good on you. Order it, ask for it, send the email, say no to someone, speak up. Choose what you actually want and stand in it. No second guessing. You know what's right for you. No more checking. Just, I've decided to do ABC. That's how self-trust gets built. Not through thinking, through doing. Now, here's what I want you to also understand. You don't feel off because something's broken. Because, my friend, you are not broken. You feel off because you've drifted away from yourself, like I was saying. And the way back is not complicated at all. It is one, cleaning up how you speak to yourself and start to choose yourself again. What they are small shifts, but those small shifts are the most powerful ones. I've had so many interactions when I work with clients, and when we sit down and I do an assessment when we start to work together and we go through these small shifts, they often say, well, Karen, is that it? And I often tell them, most people believe that they have to do this grandiose, makeover or redo of themselves, or like kind of recraft or rebirth. And it's not true. Please do not believe the hype of what you're watching or listening to. Small shifts give you the results because those small shifts are super powerful. So here's the work that I want you to do. Make the small shifts. Stop believing the hype of, I need this 3 days away to recenter. And listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. Take the vacation. You may need to silence your mind, all that type of thing. But I want to give you tools that actually work. I want to give you tools, and I've given you tools that you can do right here, right now, at home, in your bedroom, in the morning, in the afternoon, on the car ride, the public transit to work, back home, in the dentist chair, while you're driving somewhere, while you're grocery shopping. These are all doable. You need no skill set. You need no contraptions. You need no tangibles, no assets, no instruments, but yourself and a commitment to yourself. So if you have been feeling off, this is your reset. Stop comparing. I want you to come back to your lane that only you own. I want you to stop second guessing yourself. Start trusting your next move. And remember this, you don't find yourself again by waiting for something to happen. You find yourself again by choosing, intentionally choosing. Now, if you have made a decision for yourself that, you know what, it's time for me to stop hesitating. It's time for me to believe in myself, and I want some more tools. What if I told you that I have something I've created for free that can help you for 30 days straight increase the capacity for you to feel like yourself again, to remind you that you're enough, to remind you that you can trust yourself, to get you out of that mode of always hesitating, to help you get out of that mode of procrastination. My friends, it's April and it's International Confidence Month, where the whole mission of International Confidence Month is to really change the narrative around confidence because it's not an emotion, it's a skill set that you can build. And we have shared and made available strategies and techniques for you to strengthen your confidence in every single setting that you walk into. And here's what I want to say and call out: it takes a confident person to admit that they need to work on their confidence. Isn't that an oxymoron? But here's the thing: no one needs to know that you're doing the 30-day confidence reset challenge. You simply jump on our website, www.internationalconfidencemonth.com, put in your email, and every single day for 30 days, no matter when you start in April, 30 days, one day at a time, you're going to receive a science backed strategy, technique to help you strengthen your ability to show up with confidence, to help you speak up, to help you ask for it, to help you say no, to help you command attention, to help you get your mind frame in the space so you stop second guessing yourself. 30 days, quick email in your inbox, sign up. And now, if you say, Karen, you know what? I'm ready to get down and dirty with you. I invite you to attend our Rewire Your Confidence virtual experience happening on April 26th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. You can also get your tickets on www.internationalconfidencemonth.com. If you're ready to get it done in those 3 hours, I promise you it will be three of the most transformative hours you will experience all day long, because myself and the experts who will be there with me are not talking at you. No, my friend, we don't do the talking at you type of thing. You're going to get hand deep in immersive labs so you can experience it for yourself. You'll know what the shift looks like and what it feels like. So when you walk away from those 3 hours, you're ready for the world. That's my invitation for you as we celebrate this April International Confidence Month. My friend, thank you for being with me here on With Karen D, the podcast. And remember, good things do not come to those who wait. Good things come to those who go out and get it.